So I got it all sanded down. This next step, I'm gonna still sticking with the 60 grit. I'm gonna start rounding these edges over, and bringing them into the middle a little bit, so that when we put the tip in, it'll look more natural instead of just all square. So that's the next step. So we got the ends. Go ahead, Zoe. We got the ends sanded down. This side here. It's not quite as much as I would like, but doing this by hand, it take a considerable amount more sanding. And it's good enough. So next, I'm gonna go over it with the 400 grit, smooth it out. So let's we're gonna start there, and we're gonna continue there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Thank you for joining me. As always, I am Kyle. So in this video here, this is going to be the start of the, I guess I'm calling it the minimal tools used diamond painting pen. So basically, what it's going to entail is, if you want to make your own diamond painting pen but don't have a bunch of power tools, that's what I'm going to go over. There are going to be a few tools you're going to need, but they're not going to be super expensive. So what you will need in this first part, you'll need some sort of saw. Now that you may be able to get away without a saw if, when you go to buy your dowel, you can pick this up at, should be able to pick this up at pretty much any hardware store that sells lumber. When you pick this up, you can try asking them if they can cut you a certain length. You will probably have to buy the whole thing unless it's sold by the foot. But I would imagine they would be able to cut it for you. That'd be the only way you'd be able to get around to doing it without purchasing a saw. And you should be able to pick these up for fairly cheap. You will need a measuring device. Again, if you get them to cut it for you at the lumber store, you probably won't need this. But then again, it's always a good idea to have a tape measure on hand. Then you will need sandpaper. That you will have to buy. I don't think you could get away with having them sand it down for you at the lumber store. So now, after you got all your supplies, you're gonna want to figure out how long you want it. I'm thinking we're probably gonna go, I was thinking 6 inches, but I think 6 inches is too long. 5 inches? Yeah, I think we're gonna go 5 inches, and I don't have a pencil. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. Okay, so get your tape measure out. And so back up real quick. The size dowel that is going to be entirely up to you. This is about a 3/4 inch dowel. Meaning the circumference of it is about, or the diameter is about 3/4 of an inch. I don't know, they do make them smaller, although I don't know that I would recommend going much smaller. Maybe 1/2 inch, because otherwise they're going to start getting too flimsy. But that's going to be preference. That's going to be what feels good in your hand. So let's get this measured out. A couple other optional tools, not required, but will make it helpful, are some sort of clamp. Again, you can pick those up for relatively cheap. Yeah, I think. No, I'm gonna go 6 inches. And this part, of course, I think I mentioned the length. That is entirely up to you. You could make it, heck, if you could work with it at 1 inch long, you can make it 1 inches if you wanted to. But I'm gonna make it just a little bit longer. I'm gonna make it 6 inches. All right. Now this is where the clamp is going to help, because we're going to cut now. And with the clamp, we're able to clamp this down so it doesn't roll around while we cut it. All right. Did she leave that out here, or did you take it?
She left it out here.
All right, you want to stick it out far enough that the clamp's not gonna get in the way of the saw while you're cutting it, because that's just frustrating. All right. Now clamping something cylindrical is kind of difficult because it obviously wants to roll around on you. Alright, that should be good. I'm going to speed this part up. It's going to take just a little bit, but no need for you guys to watch me cutting this in regular speed. So as soon as I'm done cutting it, we'll go back to regular. Alright. All cut off. We'll have to cut that bit off here in just a minute. That happens when you get to the very end. A little bit just is what broke off. Which is no big deal. It's easily fixable. Alright. Let's take the saw. Alright. So, there's your rough blank. Alright, so now we're going to sand, and you're going to start with the 60 grit. At least I am. You may be able to find one that's smoother. This one's got a bunch of rough spots. So, I'm going to start with the 60 grit, and I'm going to speed that up again. Not very entertaining watching me just sand. So I'm going to start sanding that. Once I'm done there, I will be back. All right. So, does look a little dark. I just rinsed it off. Get all the sawdust off of it, or sanding dust, whatever. So at this point, if this is all you wanted, all you'd have to do is now attach the tips. I'm not done yet, so because I want to put some humps in it, and some divots. So we're going to, I think we're going to start that now. I have never done this by hand, but that's the whole premise of this video. So let's see how this goes. Now obviously you are going to want to start with the 60 grit. So I think I'm going to do my first one kind of starting here, and like up to here. That's pretty ambitious, isn't it? All right, let's make an attempt to draw a I was going to try blowing that sawdust off. That wouldn't have worked very well. All right. That lined up pretty well. Okay. Now, obviously, doing all this by hand, this is, well, that first part, if you were to stop here, that obviously didn't take very long. But doing these grooves here is going to obviously take a bit longer. So be patient, take your time, especially if it's your first one you're doing. Let's say go like this. Need something cylindrical, but not, let's see, let's tear this in half. Alright, will that work? Let's see. Let's go in half one more time. I need something cylindrical that's smaller than this. I already used the freaking pencil that's sitting right next to me. Alright. It's working. hard on the hand. All right. So it's a good start. Again, I went to go blow the sawdust off. So it's a good start. I think we're gonna go a little bit deeper, but my battery's almost dead in my GoPro. So this is where I'm gonna end this one off. We will probably, I say tomorrow, you guys won't know the difference. But I will probably pick this up again tomorrow, after my GoPro is charged. That will be part 2. So thank you guys for watching. Any questions or comments, you guys know what to do. You also know what to do if you like the channel. And I already said thank you for watching, but I'll say it again. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy this. And we'll see you in the next one. Thank you.